A day before the start of the qualification of the Russian Jumping Championships, there was an unexpected loss of the main star. The official fan group of Kamila Valieva announced her absence from the tournament due to health problems. The information about the athlete's withdrawal appeared suddenly, given that the day before the fan community was actively discussing the preparation and support of the skater at the upcoming tournament. A representative of Channel 1 confirmed the information, telling TASS, Kamila Valieva is not participating in the Russian Jumping Championships. Viewers will be able to see her in a special project of Channel 1. Thus, there is a possibility that the figure skater can be seen in an unusual role. Possible reasons for Kamila's absence may be related to difficulties in performing jumps. This season she has not been able to successfully complete Ultra C in competitions. All her attempts ended in falls. Although she could present triple jumps in the team competition, it would be difficult to succeed in the individual event without quadruple jumps. However, the possibility of illness or injury cannot be ruled out. Last season before the Russian Jumping Championships, all attempts to perform a quadruple two-up ended in failure, but it was at this tournament that Kamila showed great form, successfully performing all quadruple two-ups. In the current season, the quadruple jump is also unsuccessful in competitions, but in warm-ups before the start Kamila sometimes succeeds, which shows that the skill is not completely lost. The question remains how Kamila's situation will develop at the end of the season and what lies ahead for her. The Russian Jumping Championships were supposed to be Kamila's last tournament until the CAS decision on the doping case is announced, which is expected no later than February 12, 2024. Thus, at the moment it is impossible to say exactly when we will see Kamila on the competition ice, and what will be the outcome of her sports career. On January 27, Kamila Valieva will take part in a show dedicated to the breakthrough of the siege of Leningrad. This was announced by choreographer and producer Ilya Averbuk. I can say that on January 27, Kamila will perform in our show in St. Petersburg, dedicated to the breakthrough of the siege of Leningrad. She remains in the ranks, Averbuk told. Kamila is one of the brightest stars in our firmament. Very many fans are waiting exactly for her performance. Of course, her absence is a certain loss. But the tournament will still be interesting. A lot of people will be able to make themselves known. My interest in the tournament does not fall, said Averbuk. Kamila Valieva will perform at the fourth stage of the Battle of the Schools in Moscow. The Moscow Sports Cup stage will be held on January 27 at the Atari Tutberidze Figure Skating Center. When I performed at the Battle of the Schools last year, what struck me most of all was the reaction of the young athletes. It was obvious how important it is for them to see with their own eyes what they can achieve, by the example of the performances of experienced skaters. That's why I didn't hesitate for a second when I was called to take part again. I wish all the participants good luck. I hope they will enjoy their skating, and the Battle of the Schools will be a great springboard for their further development, Valieva said. Alina Gorbacheva reacted to the news of the Olympic champion's withdrawal. Of course, it is a shame that Kamila will not be at the championships. I think that a large number of spectators were waiting for her. I was waiting for her two-up, because she didn't manage it at the last starts. I thought that she could, let's say, rehabilitate herself in the eyes of the fans. I don't know, of course, what happened to her. It's very sad, but we are all living people, so let's wish her health. There will be other starts where we will be able to see her. Yes, it's a pity, but we have many more good interesting athletes and participants, let's be optimistic. So, once again, Kamila is in good health and we will wait for the competitions, Bonkarenko said. Natalia Besteminova spoke out about Valieva's withdrawal from the Russian Jumping Championships. It is very disappointing that Kamila will miss the Russian Jumping Championships. Undoubtedly, the hard season has affected both her physical and emotional state. There was information that Kamila will miss the championship for health reasons. We wish her health and soon to cope with all the uncertainties in her fate, Besteminova said. Alexandra Trusova does not consider Kamila Valieva's absence at the Jumping World Championships a loss. Nothing will not lose the tournament, there are a lot of declared skaters. The tournament should be absolutely marvelous. Has anything ever depended on one person? Never. Will it be interesting to watch the tournament? Of course. Our other outstanding figure skaters are participating there, said Trusova, honored coach of the USSR. Figure skater Alina Gorbacheva will miss the Russian jumping championships. A source familiar with the situation told TASS. Gorbacheva will not perform for health reasons. Figure skater Alina Gorbacheva will miss the Russian jumping championship due to illness. I have bad news. Unfortunately, I will not perform at the Russian jumping championships because I fell ill on Tuesday. I still don't feel well, so far I have a fever and cough. Therefore, I am forced to skip the competition, Gorbacheva said in her Telegram channel. Ekaterina Moiseva is one of the most dynamic coaches in Russia. 2 of the 6 best junior figure skaters of the season who competed in the Channel 1 Cup represented her training group. 3 of her charges are preparing to take part in the National Jumping Championships. Aliona Prinova successfully performs a quadruple Lutz, Sofia Japka and Milana Lebedeva are ready to demonstrate a quadruple salcho. It is interesting to note that just a little more than 10 years ago Moiseva was not thinking about a coaching career and was doing accounting work. How many quadruple salchows do you think girls can put into the program? I wouldn't put anything in at all, to be honest. After all, these are traumatic, energy-consuming jumps for girls. Especially when they don't fall very well. Sometimes they don't fall well at all. But this race is set, so we'll stick to the rules. They also realize that to win, you have to do quadruples. You can't win without ultras and juniors now. After the age limit was raised, we revised the training strategy. Maybe the girls should start learning quadruples later? Later, when the body changes and grows, it will definitely be hard to start. It's one thing when your body has changed, but you've done it. There's muscle memory and it's easier to remember than starting from scratch. I'm not pushing them. If there's no quadruple, there's no quadruple. Not everybody jumps. My boys can't do 3.5 either, they're taking care of themselves. The girls in our group are more combative than the boys. If they come and say they want to jump, I answer that they can try, why not? Sometimes they come and say that today they can't and they can't jump. So, it's not necessary. Why go crashing? We do what we can do today. Stuff happens, magnetic storms, eat/don't eat, sleep/don't sleep. If they're charged with the elements, then we do it. The heavy snowfall, which hit Moscow a few days ago, was not only the kids in the capital were happy. Alexandra Trusova and Sofia Samadokina met the snowstorm with delight, and they did not limit themselves to just admiring it from the window. The girlfriends went dancing in the snow and, of course, did not fail to share their creativity with their followers in social networks. Sasha and Sofia recorded a video to the song Winter and the Heart by Eva Palna. Figure skaters have recently become very friendly and spend a lot of time together, not only on the ice in the show, but also off it. In December, together with Maria Levashkina, they released a track called I Am Not a Doll. As Samadokina noted, answering fans' questions on social media, they became friends spontaneously while still training at CSKA with Svetlana Sokolovskaya. With Sasha we skated in the same group for a year, slowly we started to go for walks, spend more time with each other. And with Masha we could contact each other about anything. I've known Masha for a long time, about 5 years. At first we wrote to each other separately, we had to send messages all the time, and then Sasha decided to create a common group in Telegram. And we started discussing our further movement. In general, we got together, and now no news passes us by, Sofia shared. Currently Trusova and Samadokina are vacationing in Dubai.